Hello everyone. I'm trying to be funny. This is not what I'm using for 2020. Funny. Okay. But I got to start with 2019 to explain 2020. So, if you watched my last video, I was talking about what I was using in conjunction with this bound notebook in December, knowing what I'm going to be using in 2020 and how I was using this for December. So, if you haven't watched that video, you can stop this one, go watch that, and come right back, okay? So, everything will make more sense. So, here's what I'm making for tomorrow. Start of my list. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to be using that is not featured in this video, that's why I'm calling this part 1, is I am going to be using a Hobonichi Day Free A5. And I bought a new cover, a Hobonichi style cover that's going to, with the 2 bookmarks and the 2 pin loops, and it stays open basically. There's no closure for the cover. That's what I'm going to be using. So it will be just like this. That's the equivalent of this. Okay? So instead of what I showed in my last video, I'm going to make you go watch it, people. I will be using my A5 Filofax Soft Domino in pale pink. Okay? In that Hobonichi Day Free, you have the 12 months in the beginning, and then you have a bunch of note pages in the following that, and that's all. I like the Tomio River paper much better. And also there are 171 pages in the Hobonichi Day Free just in the gridded notebook section. 224 pages total for the entire book. So I'm going to have the months in there, and then I'm going to have daily pages, but I'm going to probably use the next available space. Here will be the other components that will not fit in that. And the reason to, let me also say this real quick. The reason to that I wanted to do it this way is because I would be able to take the Hobonichi with me and pretty much have what I needed when I'm out and about. You know what I mean? So my planner is just like from my living room to the den to my bedroom kind of thing, you know? Kitchen, whatever. I can just throw that Hobonichi in my purse and have a lot of what I needed. But then if I did want to go out, or if I knew I was going to have a little bit of time to like work on my things, or maybe I did go to like Starbucks or, you know, like coffee cafe type of thing and work for a little while, I could still take this and it would have everything I needed in it with the Hobonichi, and that's all. This is going to work for me. I'm really, really hoping that my intention is to stick with the Hobonichi Day Free all year. And if I needed to change up this, if I need to go into a traveler's notebook with it, if I needed, you know, to just use a bound notebook for a while, if I needed to change this part, then I would hope, you know, do that. But I want to stick with the Hobonichi Day Free. That's my full intention. We'll see how far I make it. So I've never had a Hobonichi before. I've used Astrology before for quite a few months. But I'm hoping that yeah, I can stay in that and at least have that part be all in one place at the end of the year would be so cool. So let's get started here. I went on vacation. I bought these sticky notes from that Agenda 52 line at Hobby Lobby, and so put those in there. And basically I want to change up a little bit of the decoration in here, but I needed to kind of get it set up to kind of have some places to start. So talking about kind of how I put this together. I'm just going to use this one for like video ideas, like my plan for the videos. I'm going to be posting on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I decided on theme days for those. And so I can just put on those date stickers on here and it'll be fine. And so that's what I'm going to use these for. And then, you know, I said that it's just going to have the monthlies and the dailies, right? For the Hobonichi. So in here, I'm going to try out these weekly layouts. As you guys know, I don't do weekly layouts typically. I weekly plan, but I weekly plan onto daily pages. But being as the Hobonichi is a bound notebook or a bound book, whatever, I needed to have the space to kind of look at my week at a glance and kind of see what's going on. And then I needed this meal planning section so that I could plan out my groceries. I didn't want to do that in the Hobonichi. I think that's a waste of space. So I can write this. I can take this information and put it on my day. Like, okay, what are we having for dinner tonight? Like in the morning time. Those type of things. Things to buy. Here's a small little tracker, a weekly focus, to-do list, some space down here. So I think that this would be sufficient for the space that I need, and it would allow me to have the information I needed at a glance, so that I'm better able to use the space in the daily spaces in the Hobonichi. And then, so now I don't need my meal planning pages. What else did I take out? Oh, I did add in, I covered the back of one of these pages here with my tracker, my habit tracker. I went ahead and put it in here. You know, that'll be a little bit tweaked probably as I go along throughout the year. And once I get the Hobonichi in my hands, I'll be able to make a little bit better decisions if I need to change anything, obviously. But this is what I'm starting out with. And I knew I needed another pen loop because I like to have a pen and a pencil on me. So I put this back in here. This was a cover to a notebook and it's so soft. And so I used that. Okay, so then let's go back here. I needed a place for AT school, which is our homeschooling name. And I'm going to be using these weekly layout pages for pre-planning for that. So the cool thing is that yes, there will be things in the Hobonichi that will not get accomplished on the day that I write it on. But I can go ahead and lay out my week here. And if I'm just totally, you know, if we like get sick for like 3 days or something, it's not going to like waste a bunch of paper in the Hobonichi. I mean, I want to be able to use it freely, and I will, but this kind of does give me an overview, you know, for the week, and I can kind of go my intention is to plan for like a month at a time here, and that's about how many pages I have. I don't know why that stuck together, but it was. I think some sticky stuff got stuck on there. Look at that. But that's my intention, is to do like about a week at a time. And then like the tracker, you know, read aloud, that I do that every day. Write her name. She needs to write her name every day, and I'm going to continue on this list. I barely even touched this so far. So I needed a place for that. Then I do have the family here tab. These are little sub tabs. So I do have one for money, and if you guys have probably seen these before, I wanted to track food a little bit as far as expenses and for gas. And then I just have some pages here to make some more notes. And I do have, I don't know what happened to Dave's tab, but it's not in there. I couldn't find it. I'll have to make a new one. And then I have a tab for the girls. And then I just have this too on a page, so I can just make notes. Just things that I maybe need to refer back to that I wanted to have, you know, kind of close at hand. So those are kind of things that are in there. I was trying to see what was behind. Okay, and then I needed stuff for my 24 plan, obviously. And so there's a lot of dividers, a lot of pockets, those clear adhesive pockets in this planner. So I have these for social media planning. I'm going to try these out. I don't know if I'll like them. I have not used them yet. They're from Lucky Little Planner on Etsy, and I changed that F to a P and put PAT for Patreon. And then I did Pinterest and obviously Instagram. And then I don't know, I may do like my subscriber number here or something. I'm not going to have enough space to put all my videos for a week. Well, there's only 3, I guess, so maybe I will. And then any emails that need to go out, I can just kind of make a short list right here for that. So we're going to try these out. Sarah over at Heart Breathings has a new social media planner out on Etsy, and I have not had an opportunity to go and check that out yet, but I will be doing that very soon. And then I just have some social media notes and some opt-in notes here. I want to have enough space that's active. If I'm, haven't looked at these pages, I need to be doing like constant flip throughs in this planner, and taking out things that I'm not using, and putting in things that I need, giving myself some more paper, taking out stuff that's irrelevant, when it becomes irrelevant. For content, this is the space where I'm going to, actually I made some notes here for this video. So this is the space that I'm going to be using for outlining videos, and the videos turn themselves into blog posts. And so this is the space that I have to work with. And I've begun a list. This is not finished, for quarterly setup, weekly and monthly review and setup video notes. Some of the ideas that are coming up. What do I do when I get behind for the week? Those are some topics that are upcoming. That's about all I'm going to share on that. I'm not going to call, I don't know if I'm going to call it the My 24 store. I think I'll just say store. I'm not really sure. But I do have what is it called? I do have a workbook on routines that I've been working on. And it kind of walks you through the process of setting up and, creating and planning for routines. And so I want to get that finished. I've been working on that for a long time, and it's stupid. It should be done already. And so that was one of the priorities that is going to be on Wednesday evenings. When I talked in my last video about having time in its den with the door closed. And then I have newsletter space here and emails. I have website space to where, if I need to add things to the home page or, move things around, setting new things up, that type of thing, making sure everything's working, adding pages, frequently asked questions, those type of things. Wanted space to keep notes whenever I think of things like that. And then, I'm showing you that. And then just here in the front, I do have some of these little pages right here that I've hole punched and just added in for quick, fast notes where I'm, just want to scribble basically. Keep them or just yank it out and throw it in the trash. Some more notes pages, just paper, just random paper. And then also want to do a list section, and that's going to have the checklist that I talked about in my last video. So again, if you haven't watched that already, go over and watch that one. It's the video right before this one. And then the last section in here are my goals, and I'm doing quarterly goals, and I'm going to be doing probably monthly check-ins with my goals. Hoping to do some check-ins maybe on Instagram, on like Insta stories or something, and be talking about the goals, the pieces, and the projects that I'll be working on when I'm talking about my monthly setup videos in that video. And then these to-do pages are what I'm using currently for just a master task list, to where if I do have this book out, I just want to have space available. So like I said, in the day free Hobonichi, I want to be able to write down things as I think of them and not be scared to use the paper up, because that's what it's there for, you know. And if I fill it up and the year isn't over with, then maybe I order another one. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to see how that works out. But I don't want to like waste space, because there's so many times in that bound notebook where I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but there's been times where I just look back at it and I'm like, dang it, why did I use that whole piece of paper up for that, you know? But at the same time, that's how you think, right? That's how you process things. That's how you empty your mind and get the words out in front of you so you can make decisions. So, you know, it is what it is. I just want to be aware of what I'm doing. That's all. And I want to have space to write. And so it's mainly my 24 plan, but like you saw, there's stuff in here for the homeschool. There's stuff in here for my family. There's goals, a weekly overview, you know, and lots of notes pages. So that's what I wanted. So that's what I'm going to be using. This is what it looks like at the current moment. I don't even have my pens and pencil in there yet, but like I said, I want to change up the dividers a little bit. Get to the like button and leave me a comment below and tell me what area you're struggling with, or what a topic that you would like to hear me discuss, so that I can get that on the calendar for Q1 for 2020. And I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye.